ultimate form of abstraction. So I'm going to take 2/3 here,
Great, with the rest of them.
and I have to give this 2/3 to 2/9. Now, I noticed that with my little wooden skittles here, I have a guy that has been divided in half, I have a guy that's been divided into thirds, and I have a guy that's been divided into fourths, but I don't have a guy that's been divided into ninths. So Montessori children simply are not allowed to divide by fractions that have denominators that are greater than 4. Actually, you can be pretty abstract, and at this point you can say, let's have virtual skittles. So these are virtual skittles, and I'm giving it this 2/3 to these 2/9, okay? So what I have to know is that every time I give, whenever I have 2/9, I give them 2/3 here. But what I really want to know is, what if I were giving 9/9, a whole person, this stuff, how much would I have to give them? So what do I have to do to this 2/9 to make it whole? The inverse of 2/9 multiplied by 2/9 will make it 9/9, right? Make it a whole. So what I'm going to do is take it 9/2 of a time, right? Actually, let me do that. 9/2 of a time. So this is 2/9. This is 1/2 of 2/9, right?
Yeah.
So I need 9/2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9/2 of 2/9. I also have to take 9/2 of this. So this is 1/2 of the share, but I need 9/2 of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if I put it together, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9/3. Which is equivalent to 1 whole.
3 wholes.
So, I mean to 3 wholes. So notice that I started out with only 2/3, but I divided it by what is actually a pretty small fraction, right? 2/9. It's pretty small. I mean, this is what 2/9 look like. It's a fairly small fraction. And when I divide by a small fraction, what I found out before is the quotient ends up getting pretty big. And my quotient is a lot bigger than what I started out with.
How did you phrase the part about the 2/9, and one of them is 1/2 of 2/9, but we need 9/2? Is that how you said it?
I said, this 2/3 goes to this 2/9, right?
Right.
I have to figure out what to do to this to make it a whole.
Okay.
And I have to think multiplication. So how many times do I have to take this to make it 9/9 or whole? And this one is 1/2 of what I've got, right? So, and I need how many of these to make it whole? 9, right? So 9/2 of my divisor.
And when you go through the language of the second part, so you did that to the numerator, now we have to do the same thing to the,
We did that to the numerator, which is in fact the did that to the divisor, which is the denominator. Now we have to do it to the numerator, which is actually the stuff. So,
Yeah,
this
the
is,
fee would be, we gotta do it to, we gotta see how much
So
stuff.
if we
yeah,
do 9 to this.
right.
we have to do
And I
9.
think it's worth saying,
So we took 9,000.
what we need is how much we would have to supply a whole. You know, cause this is about, it's really about proportionality, yeah.